Welcome back, everybody. I'm Aaron. This is the CAO Flathead 642 Piston, and you're watching 24 Outdoor Cigar Review Channel. Welcome everybody back to the channel, guys. Thanks for coming over to the channel and checking it out. If you're enjoying these videos, go down below, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you also turn on the notifications, like the video, and I greatly appreciate the support. Guys, today I'm going to be looking at this pretty neat little cigar. This is the CAO Flathead 642 Piston. What a neat little cigar. Look at that thing. This is what they call a double Corona, almost like a Lancero. This is a double Corona. Really like the bands on the Flathead series. I've had a handful of them so far. This one is a brand new one for me. This one was provided graciously by Privada Cigar Club in Brian's box in July. This was the July Brian's box. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you hit them up at privadacigarclub.com, and then you'll have to email Brian directly for Brian's box because it's not something that's listed. So let's talk about this little thing. It's nice. We got a pretty good box press on it. I don't know if you can really see that because the lighting is absolutely terrible, but you can kind of see around the edge here the box press. I like box press cigars. The more and more I smoke them, the more and more I like the feel of them. It's very intriguing to me, let's just say that. So, as I'm reading here, I'll show you it. This is, like I said, a double Corona. It's a Connecticut broadleaf Maduro. It has Connecticut and Habano binders, and the filler is Dominican and Nicaraguan. So, I'm pretty excited about this thing. It smells delicious. Let's get right into it. Get this review started. I got almost like a sour smell on the wrapper, which is kind of interesting. So small, I can barely smell the foot. I don't want it to actually penetrate my nose. I got something sweet there. Yeah, something very sweet on the foot. I don't believe that it is sweetened in any way, but I don't know. Let's get into the cut and the cold draw and see what happens with this thing. Using the Cohiba old standby. This is what you saw in most of my first videos. Now this is a box press, so it looks like a pretty decent double cap, so I'm confident with using this. I was going to use a punch if it wasn't so great, but we're going to go ahead and use this. Oh yeah, that'll work out really nicely. So feeling it, it seems to be really firm all over. I don't suspect any problems with the tobacco laying in it. It seems pretty even, slightly veiny, not too many veins, and it isn't seamless by any means, but they are tight seams, so I don't see it unraveling. Looks like they power packed a bunch of tobacco in there. Kind of excited about that. We'll see how that turns out. Get into the cold draw. Very, very smooth cold draw. It is kind of tight, a little bit tighter than what I like, but nice smooth cold draw. And smooth, I'm describing smooth as like a flavor, because it is a tight draw. Mainly tobacco on that. I'm not really getting anything too crazy off of the cold draw. let's light this bad boy up and see what happens here. Guys, like usual, check the description. If you're not liking any part of this video, oh no. Alright, we're back in action. Sorry you guys had to see that. Anyhow, in the description below, like usual guys, there is a link that'll send you to any part of this video that you're wanting to watch. If you want to skip forward, if you want to go backwards, if you want a particular part of this cigar that you're looking for to be reviewed, you can go ahead and skip that. You can go right to that portion. There's the pepper. The initial draw, I didn't get any pepper. That second draw, it's completely covering my palate. Pepper. Super, super zingy cigar, guys. Wow. It's almost like someone put like a dab of hot sauce directly on my tongue, and then it just spread instantly. That is a lot of pepper, guys. If you're not into pepper, if you're not into a zingy, peppery cigar, this is not the cigar for you so far. But if you are like me, this is the cigar for you. Right now the pepper is so overwhelming that I'm really not able to catch any other flavors coming off of that. I will say the smoke output, as you can see, it's like a solid medium to full bodied smoke output. And it's very aromatic too. It's not an off-putting smell of the smoke. Usually I shouldn't say usually, on other cigars, it has a real off-putting smell to the smoke. I'm not a super big fan of the smell of cigar smoke while I'm smoking them. If I walk past somebody that's smoking a cigar, I love that smell. But while I'm smoking them, I'm not a huge fan of that overwhelming cigar smoke smell. But this is very aromatic, and it's actually very pleasant too. The smoke is ramping up drastically. It's like a full body now, and it's super chewy. It's just like lingering in your mouth and covering everything in your mouth. Like, even my cheeks have a little bit of tangle to them. My tongue, the upper portion of my mouth, the whole way back my palate towards my uvula. I am just covered in pepper right now. So let's see what happens with this in the first third. I'll come back to you with the complete first third review once I do get to the second third. So light a cigar, grab a drink, spend some time with me, guys. You guys don't know how much I appreciate each and every one of you that come out and watch the videos, support me, like the videos. Guys, I want a call of action. I want as many likes on this video as I can possibly get. I'm not going to set a number because, I don't know, I don't have the subscriber base to set a number, but I want as many of you as possible to smash the like button for me on this video, if you possibly could. So, I guess that's your homework for this week. How's that sound? That's not bad homework. Sit here, smoke a cigar, drink something, and hit the like button. That's it. Alright guys, I'm going to smoke this down. I'll come back to you with the first third review. Stick around. Alright everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I'm down through the first third already. I shouldn't say already because I am about 45 minutes into this cigar, and I'm just taking my time nice and slow. These things are super easy to heat up quickly, so just take your time with these cigars if you want to get all the flavors out of them. But this is what we're looking at so far, guys. The burn on it is really, really, really good. It's you probably won't be able to tell in the video, but right behind the ash, right where the unburnt tobacco is, there'll be like a really thin black line. The thinner that black line is, the cooler the cigar is burning. And right now, that line is like next to non-existent, which is really cool, and it's really nice because you get a lot more flavors out of it whenever it's not burning your mouth. So as I read off my computer what I got in the first third, listen up. So I had a lot of pepper off the start, as you know. That it was like so overwhelming that nothing else was coming through. After that, probably about a quarter of the way through the first third, that pepper started to die down slowly, and I started getting like this real meaty flavor. Like the closest thing I could relate it to, the first thing that came to mind was like a steak. That's what it tasted like on the retro. It was like a nice steak. After that, I noticed that I had excellent output of smoke. It was just filling the room, and definitely a full bodied in that sense, where you're getting a lot of smoke output on that. The smoke, whenever I was bringing it in, had sort of a sour sweet taste to it. It is very, very odd for, you know, I've never necessarily experienced that, and it was kind of cool to get that kind of like a sour smoke, if that makes sense, like a sour, and then it like all of a sudden got sweet, all in the same draw, which is pretty cool. Next, I got throughout the entire first third, after that pepper died down, I definitely got the leathery taste to it, mainly on the retro. That was something that was really, really hard to pick out, was that leathery taste. But the pepper has died down quite a bit, and it's super mellow in pepper now, and it's not something that stays through the late finish. It's pretty much gone as soon as you blow the smoke out. It stays for just maybe a few seconds, and then it's gone. So, with that being said, that's the first third review. I didn't get much more out of it than that, but this is a super long burning cigar, and again, the smoke is still very, very pleasant as far as the aroma goes. Alright guys, I'm going to smoke this down into the final third, and I'll come back to you with the second third review. Guys, stick around. Okay everybody, welcome back. So I'm into the final third here, if you can see. Came along pretty nicely. The ash has been falling off consistently, right around like an inch to like 3/4 of an inch, somewhere around in there. So the second third was pretty interesting, to say the least. The leather flavor is gone. I haven't gotten leather since the first third at all. Now, the pepper is still very, very mellow, and it does cover the entire inside of my mouth, but it's not like overpowering like it was in the first third, or even like in the first few draws. Excuse me. But what I can say about this on the second third is it has evolved to a relatively complex cigar. I've gotten a lot of citrus notes out of it towards the beginning of the second third. Like right after I recorded the first third review, as soon as I started into the second third, I got a lot of the citrus notes that I was getting right in that area. The smoke at that point was like this nice, I wouldn't say creamy, but it's like a sweet smoke almost for a little while. But that has since went away. I've got a lot of candy caramel flavor out of this cigar, surprisingly, and I'm not really sure what tobacco that is that's providing that, because some of this tobacco I've never had before, so it's kind of new to me. But it took me a little while to pinpoint what that flavor was, and I had to really sit and think about all the flavors that I tasted in my entire life, and I finally figured out that it is like a candy caramel flavor. I got a slight cocoa flavor, a slight chocolate flavor that I still have on retro, and it's a really enjoyable cigar, and like I said, it has evolved quite a bit in the second third, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool actually. I did notice on the ash, you'll never be able to tell this on video, but like as the light hits the ash, like where it's really white here towards the back, it's like almost like crystals in there, like it's crystallized or something. I don't know what that's all about. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that and see what I can come up with, but that's kind of interesting to say the least. But yeah, so the second third's been really great. The ash has been slightly flaky. It's not necessarily making a mess or anything. It's been all going in the ashtray, but has been falling off like 3/4 of an inch to an inch. So that's what I have for the second third at this point. This is a great time, by the way, for me to bring up our current contest that's going on. And it's really easy to enter. Go back into the previous videos and find the 50 subscriber giveaway. We're running that until the beginning of August. I think it's like the first week of August it's going till. Click on the entry link below and get all the information you need to sign up for that. And in that video, you'll see everything that I'm giving away. And if I acquire anything before the end of the contest, I'll give that stuff away too. We're gonna have 6 winners, I think, and you'll just be getting a lot of free stuff. So who doesn't like free stuff? And that's kind of like a token of my gratitude towards all of my subscribers that have subscribed so far. I really wish that I could afford to just send everybody something that has subscribed, but unfortunately I'm not really made of money, and yeah, I still have to work a full-time job to pay for all of this. Most of the stuff, well, actually all of this stuff I don't get for free. Brian with Bravado Cigar Club graciously discounted a gift box for us, so I'm pretty excited about that, and you guys are going to make out with that as well. So yeah, go back, find that video, enter, and you'll have a chance of winning. So, but I'm going to smoke this down until it gets too hot to hold, and I'll come back to you with the final third review as well as the overall review of the cigar, so stick around. Okay everybody, welcome back. We're finally done with the cigar. We have a total burn time of 2 hours and 33 minutes on this little cigar. Who thought that something this small you could get that much time out of? But I actually didn't get to smoke a crap ton of the the final third, and the only reason was because it kept going out, and whenever it would go out I'd try to relight, and it was just too hot to taste any flavors. So I drew the line. I was done with the final third. So what I did get out of the final third was a lot of the flavors that I experienced throughout the rest of the cigar were completely gone. All I was hitting with was really pepper, and that was about it. But it just got, like I said, too hot to handle. So let's go over this whole cigar. I rated it out of 40 possible points. I gave it a 26.6, and it's just the way the numbers fell. There was a couple turnoffs for me, but mainly the final third kinda is what drew it down quite a bit. I was really bummed that it just heated up so much in that final third, and typically, I guess with the smaller ring gauge cigars, you're kinda subject to that. It's not a huge deal. I wouldn't say that this cigar is not a good cigar by any means. It is a very pleasurable cigar, especially in the second third. Those flavors that I experienced in the second third were some of the first time I ever got those flavors out of any cigar, so I'm really happy with that. Nevertheless, I think it's a great cigar. If you get the chance to pick these up, go and get them. They're not a bad cigar. Order them, go to your local B&M, get one of these, try it, see what you think of it, and obviously if you smoke this cigar and smoke it right along with me, you might be able to get some of those flavors too, some of those ones that you are not really picking up, that you're not 100% sure what you're tasting. Go ahead and watch the video and smoke your cigar right along with me. So like I said, it was a pretty long burning cigar, pretty long-winded cigar, just like I am sometimes. I'm long-winded sometimes whenever I get to rambling. Nevertheless, that's what we experienced. So, again, I encourage everybody to like the videos. I encourage everybody to subscribe. But if you haven't subscribed yet, don't subscribe yet. Go back to the contest video and subscribe through the contest video so that you get entry points. That's always good because I'm giving away a lot of free stuff. So, enter in the contest. That'd be greatly appreciated. You can follow me on Instagram and obviously subscribe to my channel here. Instagram's 24 Outdoors at 24 Outdoors cigar reviews. I post almost daily between the story as well as the just on the regular Instagram pictures and videos and whatnot. So with that being said, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you coming out and watching the video. I know it takes a little while to get through these videos, but it is greatly appreciated. And like I said before, smash that like button. I'm trying to get as many likes in this video as I possibly can, just to see how much interest I have. And I'm obviously up for any kind of feedback I can get. So comment. I try to respond to each and every comment that I get. I read each and every comment. So if you want to talk to me directly, do it through the comments. I will message you back and forth as much as I possibly can, and I have in the past as well. So I think that's it for this cigar, guys. Go and try it. The CAO Flathead 642. Thanks for watching. Until I get to see you guys again, stay smoky.